In this video, I'm going to help you feel more attractive. Maybe you think that you're not that attractive compared to gay standards, or you think that you're not like a model, but you're average. So and that's how you feel about yourself. But really, I want you to feel confident and attractive. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how. We're going to do kind of like a little bit like a workshop. It's going to feel like a coaching call. I'm just going to write on my computer here. So the main reason you might not feel attractive, and I'm speaking from experience, is because, like, for example, when I felt this way, I had an idea in my mind of what attractive looks like. And I don't look like that. So obviously, I'm not attractive. So if you're thinking about like gay standards or a certain stereotype, or there's a certain type of person in your mind of how attractive looks, and you don't look like that, body size, height, skin color, hair, hair length, whatever, you might think that you're not attractive. And here's the real problem. The real problem is the current definition you have of attractive is wrong. It's not serving you anymore. It's a little bit outdated. And the solution to this problem is simply to change your definition of attractive. Okay, so here are some ways to do that. I'm going to present you with some ways to change your definition of attractive. And if you click the link below, you can get a copy of this worksheet too. We'll work through this together. So the first thing that I want you to do later is I want you to make a list of what attractive is. What is attractive? Okay, so for example, maybe you write on your list long hair, brown hair, blonde hair, tall men, medium-sized men, average bellies, six pack. Like, list out all of the physical traits. If your definition of attractive is physical, list out all of the physical traits of what you find attractive, and make sure that you kind of go through your list and you make sure you're not missing anything. Like, if you're just going to put blonde hair, are you ever attracted to men with brown hair or black hair or no hair? So make sure you include all those. Okay, then the second thing you're going to do after you make your list is you are going to see, do you fall on that list? So for example, if you are an average sized man with medium height, did you write that on the list? If so, then by definition, you are attractive by your own definition. And if you didn't include, and if you don't fit on that list, there's the problem right there. So you need to make your list more expansive. Does that make sense? So basically, you're going to make a list of what's attractive. So again, you're going to pretend, brown hair, medium height, everything we just said, medium height, average build, right? And then, like I say, you're going to look at this list and you're going to see, do you fit on this list? If you do, you're already attractive. If you don't, your list is not realistic enough. It needs to include more. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing I want you to think about is being attractive is not how you look, it's how you make people feel. Being attractive is how I make people feel. So this is where we have to work on our own energy and our own emotions, because if we are a really prickly, like just your personality is very prickly, you're judgmental, that is not attractive to people, to some people. But if you have certain traits about yourself, so for example, there's this concept called attractor factors, and an attractor factor is a quality or trait that some people find attractive. So for example, some of these traits are kindness, generosity, being charming, being sensitive, being funny, being brave, being mysterious, all of that. And the thing is you are making people feel a certain way. So for example, I already know that I have a playful personality. I'm also quite deep. I'm introspective. I'm really reflective, and I'm fun. So by definition, people who value those things might find me attractive. And it's going to be the same thing with you. So being attractive is simply how you make people feel. And here's the thing. You don't have to change anything about yourself. Another way to write this is being attractive is it's about your energy. That is literally the definition, my definition of attractive. So a lot of people think that being attractive has to do with looking a certain way. That's not true. That is media. That is a story portrayed by media, and we're all buying into it. But really, what attractive is it's your energy. It's your energy, and people are attracted to your energy. So we'll even write that here, my energy. So then another thing we could do is we could just simply work on your energy, and maybe you want to feel more confident. So like, okay, so we'll say work on my energy. It depends on like what energy you value, right? So if you value confidence, maybe we practice standing in the mirror after your shower and we're doing some power poses like this, or we're putting our arms behind our back like a soldier, and you're practicing a very masculine, solid stance, whatever it is. You're practicing confidence, or you're practicing not being pushed around. Sometimes when I'm trying to improve my confidence, and I do a lot of walking in my neighborhood, I will not move when people are coming my way. So if I'm walking on the sidewalk and a group of people are coming my way and I'm walking this way, I might feel tempted to move out of the way, but I'm walking too. So I literally don't move. I literally make it in my mind. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. And I'm trying to build my confidence. I'm trying to build my energy. So really, we're trying to work on your energy. So we could say build confidence. We could say a lot of folks in my audience, specifically my private one-on-one clients, they're very successful. And with success, oftentimes a lot of my clients work in public policy, professors, whatever. Oftentimes, what comes with that is a level of seriousness. So sometimes we need more lightness. We need more lightness. We need more play. So whatever you can do to create some of that energy, that is attractive. Okay. And then the other thing too is I don't want to say sexual energy, but I mean, yeah, we'll say sexual energy or romance, desire. It's the energy of desire. Give yourself permission to create this energy. Because again, if you're really serious because of your work and dating, yeah, you need to do vetting and stuff, but we really need to create the energy of desire. So notice I'm not saying that you need to look a certain way. I'm saying we need to work on our energy. And the way we do this is through really just working with your emotions. It's really working through your emotions, and then also working with your thoughts, your beliefs, right? Affirmations can be really helpful here, right? If we say things like, I am incredibly attractive, most people are not going to believe that, but like just practice that. I'm open to being attractive, or some men find me attractive, things like that. Statistically speaking, some men do find you attractive, regardless of how you feel about yourself. Okay, so to recap here, the problem is our current definition of attractive. I'm just going to say is wrong. I'm just going to be bold. I'm going to say our current definition of attractive is wrong. It's not accurate. And that's a better word. Not accurate. Oops, I wrote not wrong. Is not accurate. The solution is to change my definition of attractive. And there's ways to do that. We said we're going to make a list of what's attractive, and we're going to see that we fall in that list. And if we don't, the list is too short. We're going to work on our energy, our emotions, and we're going to practice affirmations, because the affirmations are also going to help with that. And the key takeaway, the new definition of attractive, attraction is energy. This is the key. And whatever you have to do to learn to believe this is true, that's all you have to do. Okay? I hope that was helpful. If you want help feeling more confident, feeling more attractive, if you want help with dating, click the link below. We can book a free call. I'd love to hear more about you, what you're going through, and I can give you some info, some tips, and give you some info about the programs that I offer. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you soon.